Something powerful is shifting around you right now. Archangel Michael has been assigned to protect what God is about to release into your life. My precious one, do you feel that sudden stillness in the air around you? That quiet hum that seems to vibrate deep in your spirit? It is not your imagination. Something powerful is shifting right now. Unseen hands are moving. Unseen gates are opening. Heaven has been stirred, and Archangel Michael himself has been dispatched to stand by your side. The realm of the Spirit has taken notice of you. For a long time, it felt like your prayers disappeared into silence. But now, the atmosphere around you is charged, like lightning waiting to strike. God has chosen this moment to release what has been held back, and Archangel Michael has been assigned to protect it until it reaches your hands. You see, divine release doesn't come quietly. It shakes the very ground beneath resistance. Every delay, every rejection, every closed door, it wasn't a punishment. It was preparation. Archangel Michael stands at the threshold of your destiny right now, sword drawn, guarding what God has ordained for you. Listen carefully. There is a spiritual transaction taking place. Heaven's blueprint over your life is being rewritten in golden ink. The angels are repositioning themselves around your home, your finances, your calling. Even as you hear these words, Michael's wings are stirring winds of restoration. Someone tried to tamper with your destiny. Someone tried to steal your peace. But Archangel Michael has stepped in, not as a messenger, but as a warrior. His assignment is not negotiation, it is protection. The release coming into your life carries too much weight for the enemy to interfere. Stay alert, beloved. Signs will begin to manifest. Unusual peace after days of restlessness. Unexpected favor from places you never reached before. Sudden ideas. Divine appointments. Supernatural boldness. These are not coincidences. They are confirmations. The spiritual realm is aligning with your earthly reality. Hold on, because what's coming next will not just bless you, it will announce you. Archangel Michael's presence means that your promise is in transit, and no demonic interception can delay it anymore. Before this night ends, whisper this to your soul. I am protected. I am chosen. Heaven knows my name. Type I am protected by Michael in the comments if this message stirs your spirit. Blessing code 441 has been activated for divine guarding over your new season. Keep watching. The next revelation will show you why this divine protection was necessary before your breakthrough could unfold. Trust me, what happens next will shake you in the best way possible. Beloved soul, do you sense it growing stronger? The air around you feels different, like something ancient and powerful has awakened. Archangel Michael has not just been sent to watch over you. He has been commanded to war for you. The realms of heaven are aligning with your destiny, and the delay that once felt endless is finally breaking open. Right now, divine order is being restored in your life. The heavens have marked you for release, and the moment that once felt impossible is being resurrected before your very eyes. For months, you've been asking, why the silence? Why the waiting? But child of light, what you call silence was divine strategy. God was not ignoring you, He was positioning you. The release that is coming required angelic supervision, and that is why Archangel Michael himself has been stationed by your side. His presence is a signal that the warfare over your promise has ended, and the delivery of your answered prayers has begun. The enemy had set traps in unseen places. There were plans formed in the shadows to derail your progress, to make you question your worth, to convince you that heaven had forgotten you. But the moment Michael stepped forward, those dark blueprints began to burn. Every spiritual contract signed against your joy, Every whisper of defeat, every delay that held your promise hostage, they are now being torn apart by the fire of divine intervention. Archangel Michael does not fight small battles. He moves when heaven's agenda is being threatened. That means the very thing being released into your life is not ordinary. It is something that carries the fragrance of destiny. It will not only elevate you, it will reveal God's glory through you. That is why protection had to come first, because the release is too valuable to be left uncovered. You may notice moments of unease around you, sudden dreams, or even strange resistance from unexpected places. Do not be afraid. These are indicators that the spiritual realm is adjusting. Archangel Michael's wings create turbulence when he enters a territory, because darkness cannot coexist with light. Where he stands, truth is revealed, lies are exposed, and the plans of darkness collapse into dust. You are standing on holy ground, even if it doesn't look like it. God is preparing to hand you something that has been kept in waiting, and it comes with divine signatures. Heaven's timing has finally matched your readiness. Do not doubt what you feel right now, the electricity, the anticipation, the holy restlessness. It is confirmation that something greater is near. Hold tight, because this next phase will uncover what Archangel Michael is truly guarding. It's not just about your protection. It's about your purpose. What's being released will redefine how you see yourself, and the world will begin to see the light that's been hidden within you. Type "I receive my divine release" in the comments if this resonates with your spirit. Blessing code 553 has been unlocked. The shield of divine order now surrounds your life. Stay close, because the next revelation will reveal what heaven had to hide from you until now. And once you hear it, you'll understand why the waiting was never wasted. Dearest heart, you have felt the trembling beneath your spirit because the realm around you is shifting. Archangel Michael is not merely near you. He is encircling you. The vibration of heaven's army surrounds the atmosphere of your home, sealing every doorway where darkness once attempted to enter. The winds of the Spirit are changing direction, sweeping away residue from the past season, clearing the space for divine manifestation. This is not coincidence. It is prophecy unfolding before your very eyes. Something you have prayed for, something you thought was lost, is being resurrected under heaven's command. Archangel Michael stands between you and every opposing force that has dared to challenge what God has decreed over your life. His sword gleams with the fire of divine justice. Every accusation, every spiritual attack, every delay meant to stop you is now facing divine retaliation. The heavens are roaring. Enough. God's word over your life cannot be altered, and now it is being enforced through angelic intervention. When Michael moves, he does not retreat until the divine verdict has been executed. The enemy has been silenced, and you are stepping into a season where your destiny is sealed by fire. Pay close attention. Unexpected doors will open with ease, connections long lost will resurface, and opportunities you never imagined will find you. The same power that lifted Joseph from prison to the palace is hovering over you right now. You may even feel sudden bursts of peace that make no logical sense. That is the mark of divine alignment. Heaven's scroll over your life is being unrolled, and Archangel Michael is guarding every word written upon it. The shift you are sensing is not random. It is a transfer of power. Spiritual authority is changing hands. God is returning to you the influence that was stripped away. Where your name was once misunderstood or maligned, clarity will replace confusion. Those who doubted you will watch in silence as God vindicates your name. Archangel Michael's wings are stirring the winds of exposure, not to harm, but to reveal truth and justice. This is your moment of holy reversal. Beloved, do not underestimate the magnitude of this season. Every time you speak words of faith, angels respond. Every prayer uttered in surrender is now echoing through the chambers of heaven. You are not alone. You have never been alone. The warrior of light stands beside you, carrying your victory in his hand. Before you take another step, breathe deeply and say these words: Heaven's army is on my side. What God began in me cannot be stopped. Say it until it becomes a reality in your spirit. You are crossing into divine fulfillment. Now, pause for a moment. If this word is stirring your heart, if you can feel this power moving within your atmosphere, I want you to like, share, and comment below to spread this revelation to others. Let the world know that Archangel Michael is still moving today. Subscribe to this channel so you do not miss what heaven releases next, because each message carries a fragment of divine strategy for your life. Type "I stand under heaven's protection" in the comments to seal this revelation. Blessing code 664 has been released for divine vindication and accelerated justice. Beloved messenger of light, this moment is not about helping a channel. It is about sowing into the mission of heaven. Every seed you plant here fuels the spreading of God's word, awakening souls that have been sleeping in darkness. When you give, you become a vessel through which the oil of revelation flows to others. Remember, when the widow gave her last oil, heaven multiplied it until it never ran dry. I hear the Spirit saying, as you sow, I will open rivers in your desert. This is not an act of charity, it is a prophetic act of alignment. If this word has spoken to your spirit, you can release your seed of light through the Super Thanks channel membership or the PayPal link in the description. Your giving today becomes the flame that carries His word further. Heaven records every act of obedience. Rise now and release your seed, for the heavens are open over you. Beloved soul, the air has become charged with purpose, and your spirit has begun to feel the weight of divine timing. Archangel Michael has not departed from your side. He has expanded his command around you. The circle of protection is wider now, touching everything connected to you, your family, your work, your name, your destiny. Heaven has drawn a boundary line that no darkness can cross. You are standing in the midst of a divine realignment. The heavens are repositioning what belongs to you and calling back every promise that was delayed or stolen. This moment was written into your timeline before you were born. Every disappointment, every tear, every night of questioning has been preparing the soil for this release. The pressure you felt was never meant to destroy you. It was meant to birth something new. Archangel Michael's sword is cutting away what no longer serves your divine purpose. The pruning has been painful, but now the fruit will appear. God does not allow His chosen to walk through emptiness without reason. The silence of heaven is always the sound of preparation. There is a reason the warfare intensified before the shift. The enemy always attacks the hardest when the release is near. You may have felt drained, misunderstood, or even isolated, but that was heaven's way of pulling you into sacred solitude so that distractions could no longer reach you. When Archangel Michael moves, he clears the field before the victory appears. You are not losing people or opportunities. You are being strategically repositioned for expansion. Watch carefully in the coming days. Situations that once caused anxiety will suddenly make sense. The things that fell apart will reveal their purpose. You will begin to see how every delay was divine design. Archangel Michael has been rewriting the pattern of your life, removing the stains of the past and restoring divine order. The spiritual atmosphere is shifting into perfect alignment. You will feel a sudden peace, not because everything has changed, but because you have changed. You have stepped into divine awareness. This is not only a moment of protection, it is a moment of revelation. God is beginning to uncover hidden assignments and divine gifts that were dormant within you. Archangel Michael guards the gateways of destiny, and one of those gates is about to open in your favor. The opportunity that once seemed unreachable will soon recognize your name. Do not resist the change that is coming. It is the hand of heaven repositioning you for purpose. Now take a moment and declare this aloud. I welcome the shift. I trust the process. I walk in divine alignment. Speak it with authority, because when you declare truth, heaven moves to confirm it. Type "I align with heaven's plan" in the comments if you can feel this message confirming something inside you. Blessing code 775 has been activated. Your path is now secured under divine authority. Hold steady, beloved. What's coming next will uncover the mystery behind your waiting and reveal why Archangel Michael's assignment over your life has only just begun. Beloved one, as the dawn of this new season rises, you must understand what is truly happening in the unseen. Archangel Michael is not simply standing beside you. He is orchestrating divine movement around you. Every step you take now is guided by heavenly intelligence. What seemed like random coincidences are actually calculated alignments designed by God Himself. You are walking on ground that has been sanctified through spiritual warfare you never saw. The battles that raged in silence were not losses. They were victories being sealed by Michael's authority. The Lord is releasing divine order into the chaos that once surrounded your path. You may notice things suddenly falling away, relationships shifting, routines breaking, emotions stirring. Do not interpret these as disruptions. They are symptoms of deliverance. Archangel Michael's sword never misses its mark. When he cuts away the unnecessary, he does it with surgical precision. You are being refined for something heavier, holier, and higher. The weight of your next assignment demands clarity, and heaven is ensuring nothing impure follows you into your new chapter. Child of light, you must also understand that with divine release comes divine responsibility. The things God is about to place in your hands are sacred trusts. This is not the time to hide in fear or doubt your worth. Heaven's call over your life has matured, and Archangel Michael has been dispatched to remind you of your identity. You are not a wanderer. You are a carrier of glory. Every tear you have shed has been turned into oil for the journey ahead. The crushing was never to destroy you. It was to prepare you to carry what others could not. In this very moment, the sound of shifting is echoing through the spiritual realm. What once resisted you is now being compelled to bless you. What was withheld is being released. Archangel Michael has drawn a sword of separation, dividing what belongs to you from what does not. Expect sudden closure in areas that have brought confusion. Expect supernatural insight into decisions that once seemed impossible to make. You will know what to say, where to go, and whom to trust, because heaven's frequency will begin to resonate through your intuition. This is the season where revelation meets manifestation. You are not being prepared anymore. You are being positioned. The delay is over, and the release is active. Archangel Michael has already gone ahead of you to secure the territory you are about to step into. Every obstacle that seemed unmovable is trembling under divine command. The gate is opening, and your spirit can already feel it. Do not second guess what you sense. Discernment is your greatest weapon in this hour. Breathe deeply now, for the shift is not only happening around you, it is happening within you. You are being transformed into the very vessel God designed you to be before the foundations of the earth. Speak this out loud. I walk in divine clarity. Heaven is my compass, and no shadow can follow where I am going. Let those words anchor your spirit. Type "I walk in divine clarity" in the comments if you can feel this truth settling within you. Blessing code 880 has been released for divine revelation and inner transformation. Hold close, for the next unveiling will take you deeper into what heaven has hidden in plain sight. The revelation about your divine calling is about to unfold in ways that will leave no doubt of God's hand upon your life. The loved vessel of light. The hour has come where what was concealed is now being revealed. You have been sensing an invisible stirring, an awareness that something within you is awakening. This is not imagination. It is the unfolding of a divine secret, one that heaven has guarded until this precise moment. Archangel Michael has been standing watch over this revelation because the timing of its release determines its power. What is being revealed to you now is not merely a promise. It is your divine assignment coming into full view. The season of mystery is giving way to the season of manifestation. For years, you have carried glimpses of purpose, ideas that came like lightning, dreams that left you trembling, and burdens you could not explain. You thought it was confusion, but it was calling. Heaven was whispering through fragments, because your spirit was being trained to discern divine frequency. Now, the veil is lifting. The reason you endured such intense warfare is because your purpose carries spiritual weight. The enemy always fights the hardest against those who are about to change the atmosphere around them. Archangel Michael has been holding back the forces that sought to extinguish your light before you even realized its brilliance. You must understand, this is not just about personal blessing. The release that is coming carries generational consequence. God is writing history through your obedience. The choices you make now will echo through the bloodline that follows you. Archangel Michael's presence confirms that your life is a divine instrument in heaven's symphony. You are not just protected, you are being positioned as a deliverer for others. The anointing upon your life has matured through pain, and now it will speak with authority. What once felt like a burden will soon reveal itself as your greatest mantle. Do not underestimate the importance of this moment. The spiritual atmosphere around you is tender, like soil ready for seed. Every word you speak in this hour carries creative force. Guard your tongue, for heaven is listening. Speak faith, not fear. Declare life, not limitation. When you align your voice with heaven's decree, Archangel Michael moves swiftly to execute it. The angels are waiting for your agreement before they move on your behalf. Remember, even the heavens respond to words spoken in faith. The divine energy around you is building toward breakthrough. In the days ahead, you will begin to see patterns aligning. Connections that seemed random will suddenly make sense. People will appear who hold keys to your next level. Unexpected opportunities will present themselves. Do not dismiss them. These are the doors that Michael has been guarding until the appointed time. The gates of destiny are opening, and you are being summoned to walk through them with boldness. Now pause for a moment and let this truth settle into your spirit. Heaven has chosen you as a carrier of light in darkened places. Your obedience is the bridge between divine promise and earthly fulfillment. Say this aloud. I am the vessel of divine purpose. I will not fear the weight of my calling. Let those words seal this revelation within you. Type I embrace my divine calling in the comments if this speaks to your heart. Blessing code 991 has been activated. The oil of purpose is now being poured over your destiny. Stay near, for the next unveiling will bring a shift so profound that you will recognize why Archangel Michael's assignment has surrounded your life so fiercely. The revelation of your authority is about to rise. Beloved, you have reached a threshold that few recognize while standing upon it. Everything around you may feel uncertain, but that uncertainty is the trembling of heaven's power pressing into the natural world. Archangel Michael is now standing at the gate of your transition. The command has been issued. The old season must release you. The resistance you have felt lately is not an attack. It is the sound of breaking barriers. The chains that once defined you are losing their strength, and the atmosphere of limitation is crumbling beneath divine authority. You are walking out of confinement and into dominion. Do not be surprised if situations begin to unravel in unexpected ways. People may distance themselves, circumstances may shift without warning, and familiar patterns may no longer bring comfort. Do not interpret this as loss. It is the proof that your spiritual frequency has changed. You cannot remain in what heaven has already outgrown. Archangel Michael's presence signifies that transition is not optional, it is ordained. When he appears, he does not ask permission to move. He enforces the will of God without hesitation. This is the moment where heaven reclaims what belongs to you. The Lord has been preparing you quietly. Every hidden battle, every tear, every moment of exhaustion has become fuel for your next phase. Heaven's arithmetic is different. What the world calls failure, God calls foundation. Every loss carved a deeper vessel within you, making room for a greater anointing. Archangel Michael has guarded those moments, ensuring that even in your weakest hour, you were never truly unprotected. His sword of light has been cutting through unseen chains, clearing the path before you so that your destiny can manifest unhindered. Now, your authority is being activated. This is the time to speak boldly and walk without hesitation. Heaven responds to confidence rooted in obedience. The more you step forward in faith, the more the angelic host moves to support you. This is not the hour to retreat. The doors that are opening are designed for courage, not comfort. God is calling you to stand where fear once stood. Every limitation, every voice of doubt, every memory of failure is being silenced under divine decree. Archangel Michael goes before you as a consuming fire, and nothing formed against you can endure his flame. In this season, God is restoring not only what was stolen, but also the time that was lost. Opportunities that passed you by will return, amplified and multiplied. People will remember you who had long forgot you. The winds of restoration are blowing, carrying back fragments of destiny that seem scattered beyond recovery. When heaven restores, it does not return things as they were. It returns them perfected. You are not going back to what you had. You are stepping into what was promised. Pause and reflect on this. You are not waiting for a miracle. You are walking in one. The shift has already begun, and you are standing in the center of its unfolding. Speak these words aloud. I move forward with heaven's authority. No force can stop what God has declared. Let this affirmation settle into your bones. Type I move forward in heaven's authority in the comments to confirm the shift in your life. Blessing code 1008 has now been released. The power of divine advancement is active within and around you. Stay connected, because the next revelation will open the veil wider. What comes next will not just confirm your calling. It will ignite a fire of purpose that even time cannot extinguish. Beloved of heaven, the atmosphere surrounding you has reached its most sacred intensity. The work that Archangel Michael began in the unseen is now entering the visible realm. You may have noticed the air feels different, thicker with awareness, sharper with insight. This is not a coincidence. You are standing in the middle of a divine convergence, where everything that once opposed your promise is now bowing under the weight of heaven's command. The warfare that once tormented your spirit has turned into the very sound of victory. You are not just surviving this season, you are ascending through it. Archangel Michael's presence signifies that the completion of one divine cycle has arrived. You have been refined by fire, and now the fire is becoming light. Every struggle has stripped away what could not go with you into your new dimension. Do not grieve what you had to release. Those who left, those who turned away, those opportunities that vanished, they were never meant to carry the frequency of your next level. The detachment you felt was divine direction. Michael's sword has been severing attachments that could corrupt a promise being birthed in your life. God does not remove to punish, He removes to protect. This is the phase of divine unveiling. The revelation that was whispered in your spirit is about to find expression in the natural. You will begin to notice patterns that once seemed confusing now forming the outline of destiny. The long nights of silence were not abandonment. They were sacred construction. Heaven was building a foundation that cannot collapse under pressure. Archangel Michael has ensured that every demonic blueprint designed against your purpose has been erased. What is rising now is not fragile. It is fortified by divine decree. Listen closely. A new sound is emerging from within you. It is the sound of authority. It carries the echo of heaven's victory and the rhythm of divine identity. The days of questioning your worth are over. You have been authorized to speak life into dead places, to command peace in storms, to call order into chaos. Archangel Michael stands behind your words, ensuring that what you decree in alignment with heaven will manifest in time. Do not underestimate your voice. It has been refined through fire and anointed for impact. Child of purpose, you are being called to stand boldly in the light. Do not hide behind humility that disguises fear. True humility is obedience. When you act upon the word God placed in your spirit, heaven responds in power. Archangel Michael's presence confirms that you have crossed over from waiting to walking, from praying for breakthrough to becoming the breakthrough. The mantle upon your life has expanded. It carries weight, authority, and divine credibility. Now take a breath and declare this aloud. Heaven's order is my portion. I rise under divine authority. I am not bound by fear, for light surrounds me. Let these words seal the energy of this moment. If this message is stirring your heart, pause and take a sacred moment to like, comment, and share this revelation. Let others experience what you are feeling now. Subscribe to this channel so you never miss a prophetic word that heaven releases through this space. Every share spreads light into places where hope has dimmed. Type I rise under divine authority in the comments to activate this revelation in your atmosphere. Blessing Node 1120 has been released. The light of dominion now crowns your path. Beloved carrier of light, this word is not just a message. It is a movement. Every time you sow into this mission, you join heaven's work of awakening souls and spreading divine truth across the nations. When you give through Super Thanks, channel membership, or the PayPal link in the description, you are not supporting a channel. You are fueling a prophetic current that rescues hearts and restores faith. The Spirit of God declares, those who sow into light will never walk in darkness. As you release your offering, heaven records your act as a prophetic seed. It is like water poured upon dry ground, causing hidden promises to bloom. This is not a transaction. It is a covenant moment. Give boldly, for the river you release will flow back into your own house with multiplied grace. Rise now, and let your generosity speak in the language of heaven. The of Spirit, there is a sound rising in the unseen realm, a vibration of fulfillment. It moves like a current, touching everything that once lay dormant within you. Archangel Michael stands at the center of this awakening, his presence marking the fulfillment of promises that once felt distant. The season of waiting has ended, and you have entered the season of becoming. The purpose you carried in silence is now being called into action. The divine scrolls that hold your destiny are being unsealed, and heaven's handwriting is visible over your life. You are living in a moment where what was once spoken is now manifesting. The shift that began in the spirit is now demanding expression in the natural. You may notice that your discernment is sharper, your awareness heightened. This is not by chance. Archangel Michael has expanded your spiritual capacity to handle what is about to unfold. Where confusion once lingered, understanding is now pouring in. Situations that felt impossible are beginning to yield. You are being guided with precision, and every step forward is divinely measured. This alignment is not human strategy, it is heavenly orchestration. The Lord is saying, the time of concealment is over. You are no longer being hidden, you are being unveiled. The same light that refined you in secret is now illuminating your path in public. Archangel Michael stands as the guardian of your emergence, ensuring that as your visibility increases, your peace remains unshaken. You have been entrusted with spiritual influence, not for personal recognition, but for divine impact. When you speak, the atmosphere will shift. When you pray, chains will break. When you move, darkness will retreat. You carry the authority of one who has walked through fire and emerged refined. Child of destiny, heaven is calling you to rise with confidence. The hesitation that once kept you silent must now give way to bold declaration. You were not created to blend into the background. You were created to radiate divine truth. The presence of Archangel Michael is heaven's seal upon your assignment. He does not guard what is ordinary. He guards what carries eternal weight. And right now, he stands beside you, ensuring that the release meant for you reaches its destination unharmed. In this divine hour, God is also restoring your voice. Every time you spoke and were ignored, every time your words carried truth but were dismissed, heaven heard it. Now, that same voice will carry new power. The words that once fell flat will now strike with precision, backed by angelic force. The shift is not coming. It has already arrived. You are the evidence of God's faithfulness in motion. Pause for a moment and let these words anchor into your soul. I am not waiting for purpose. I am walking in it. Heaven's decree sustains me, and Archangel Michael guards my path. Speak it until your spirit vibrates with truth. You are in the hour of revelation fulfilled. Type "I walk in revelation fulfilled" in the comments if your heart recognizes this truth. Blessing code 1234 has been activated. The anointing of manifestation now rests upon your path. Stay alert, for the next message will reveal the reason behind the battle that preceded your breakthrough. What seemed like chaos was never destruction. It was preparation for the authority you now carry. Beloved of the Most High, you have walked through fire, endured silence, and carried faith when every visible sign told you to surrender. But now the divine reason for your endurance is unfolding before your eyes. The warfare that once surrounded your life was never random. It was targeted proof that something powerful was being forged within you. Archangel Michael was not fighting for survival. He was fighting for completion. He was preserving what God had planted, ensuring that no counterfeit opportunity or false voice could contaminate the purity of your purpose. You were hidden for protection, not rejection. Every closed door was a divine guardrail keeping you aligned with heaven's blueprint. The Lord is revealing that your battle was not against loss. It was against premature exposure. You were not ready then for what you are ready to carry now. Heaven's timing is perfect, and now that the internal refining is finished, external manifestation begins. Archangel Michael's sword, once raised in warfare, now serves as a seal of peace. You are stepping into a time where what once demanded constant struggle will now flow effortlessly. The tide has turned in your favor. The very territory that resisted you will now respond to your command, because it recognizes divine ownership. You have been given authority, not to dominate, but to steward. The pressure you endured created a vessel strong enough to handle overflow. Many desire blessings, but few are prepared for the weight of them. You have been prepared through pain. The tears that watered your ground are now producing harvest. Heaven has remembered every cry, every whispered prayer in the stillness of night, and each one has been woven into your testimony. Archangel Michael has guarded those moments as sacred seeds, and now God is commanding them to bear fruit in full measure. What was once barren will now overflow. Where you once labored in obscurity, you will now operate in visibility, and this time, your peace will not be stolen. The Spirit of God declares that restoration will not only come, it will multiply. The years that seemed wasted are being redeemed. You will recover time, strength, and opportunity. You will not have to chase what belongs to you. Heaven is causing it to find you. Even now, divine favor is gathering around your name, whispered in rooms where you have never set foot. Archangel Michael stands at every threshold, ensuring that nothing false enters your realm. What approaches you next has been purified by heaven's fire. Beloved, lift your head high and understand this truth. The storm you survived was not evidence of God's absence, but proof of His investment. Only those trusted with great destiny are tested with great depth. You have passed through the valley and emerged carrying authority. Say these words aloud. My warfare is over. My assignment is clear. Heaven's peace is my inheritance. Let that declaration echo through your soul until every part of you believes it. Type "I walk in heaven's peace" in the comments if this word is resonating deep within your spirit. Blessing Code 1355 has been released. The mantle of divine restoration now rests upon your life. Hold steady, beloved. The next message will unveil the hidden reason why heaven sent Archangel Michael specifically to your household. What is about to be revealed will connect to every dot, showing you that not one moment of your journey was wasted. Beloved child of destiny, the veil is lifting now, and with it, the true reason for Archangel Michael's assignment over your life is coming into view. You were never merely being protected. You were being prepared for a role far greater than you imagine. What God has placed inside you carries weight beyond your personal story. It carries deliverance for others. This is why the warfare was so intense, why the silence lasted so long, and why every victory came at a cost. Heaven was not punishing you, it was refining you. The fire that once frightened you has now become the light that reveals your authority. Archangel Michael has stood at the doorway of your transformation to ensure that what God intended for your life remains untouched by corruption or fear. You see, the house you live in, the atmosphere around your spirit, has been under divine reconstruction. Every corner that once held anxiety or confusion is being filled with clarity and peace. Archangel Michael has been sweeping through your environment, not only driving away darkness, but also cleansing the residue of old seasons. The uneasiness you sometimes felt was the vibration of angelic activity, the sound of heaven reorganizing your surroundings. God has declared that your dwelling place, both physical and spiritual, must now reflect His order. The chaos was never punishment, it was renovation. There's a prophetic weight resting on your name. Heaven has chosen you as a vessel of stability in a world that trembles with uncertainty. Your words will soon carry healing to those who have lost faith. Your testimony will awaken others who have fallen asleep in despair. Archangel Michael guards your influence, ensuring that your rise does not corrupt your heart. You were not called to impress, you are called to impact. The difference is sacred. Heaven will raise your visibility, not for fame, but for function. And every eye that watches your elevation will witness that it was God's doing, not man's approval. Beloved, understand this truth. Protection was never just about your safety, it was about your preservation. You were kept because the assignment attached to your name could not be aborted. There are people you have not met yet who will one day thank God that you did not give up. Every season of silence has now gathered into one voice of purpose. The same Archangel who once fought for you in the shadows now stands ready to announce your emergence into the light. You are crossing from survival into significance. Take a moment and breathe deeply. Feel the stillness settling around you. That calm is not emptiness, it is confirmation. The war has ended, and peace has taken the throne. Declare these words aloud. Heaven has secured my household. I am established in divine peace, and I walk under angelic covering. Speak it until the air around you agrees. Type "I am established in divine peace" in the comments if this word is confirming what your spirit already knows. Blessing code 1440 has been activated. The oil of divine establishment and generational protection now rests upon your life. Hold this atmosphere close, for the final revelation is about to unfold. It will bring every message, every warning, every promise together in perfect clarity. What you are about to hear next will not only seal this prophetic journey, but awaken the authority of heaven within you. Beloved of the eternal light, this is the hour of completion. Every word spoken from heaven over your life has led you to this very moment. The assignment of Archangel Michael was never random. It was divine precision. He was sent not merely to guard you from harm, but to usher you into alignment with the timing of God. From the first whisper of your calling to the silent tears you shed in waiting, heaven has been constructing a masterpiece that now stands ready to be revealed. The season that once felt endless has reached its fulfillment. You are no longer standing in the shadow of what might be. You are standing in the manifestation of what already is. Archangel Michael's presence has surrounded your life like a fortress of light. Every battle you fought, every opposition you faced, every moment of exhaustion, it was part of a grand orchestration. The storms that threatened to destroy you were the very winds that carried you closer to destiny. The house you live in, the relationships you keep, the ground beneath your feet, everything around you has been touched by divine rearrangement. God has been constructing a dwelling of peace, where His glory can rest unhindered. The shift you feel is not simply emotional. It is spiritual architecture settling into perfection. The vibration of heaven is resting upon your home. Now, the woman mentioned in the divine message, the one soon to be exposed, represents more than a person. She symbolizes deception that has been hiding in your surroundings. Archangel Michael's sword is revealing truth. Everything false, manipulative, or draining that has disguised itself as harmless will be brought into the open. This exposure is not to shame, but to purify. Heaven is ensuring that no shadow contaminates your next chapter. You are stepping into a life where authenticity reigns and divine peace governs. The season of confusion ends here. Beloved, your purpose now expands beyond your own restoration. You have been prepared to carry light into places still bound by darkness. The oil poured upon you in secrecy is meant to overflow into others. You are an instrument of divine revelation, and Archangel Michael stands as the guardian of your mantle. Wherever you go, his presence goes before you. Fear will bow. Confusion will scatter. Breakthrough will follow. This is your divine confirmation that you are walking under heaven's full endorsement. Take a deep breath and feel the stillness that comes when warfare ends. That stillness is not absence, it is victory. The silence that once frightened you is now sacred space for new beginnings. Say this aloud with authority. The battle is over. The promise has been released. Heaven's peace fills my life. Let these words anchor in your heart, for what has been spoken is now established. Now pause, beloved. If this journey has awakened something in you, take a moment to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Each act of engagement carries light into another soul's darkness. When you share, you become a messenger of hope. When you subscribe, you step deeper into the flow of divine revelation. Let others hear what heaven has spoken to you tonight. Type "I walk in heaven's completion" in the comments to seal this message over your life. Blessing code 1555 has been released. The code of fulfillment, exposure, and peace that cannot be broken. Beloved carrier of divine light, this final word is a sacred invitation. You have witnessed the unfolding of heaven's message through these revelations, and now you are invited to become part of its continuation. When you give, through Super Thanks, channel membership, or the PayPal link in the description, you are not supporting a broadcast. You are sowing into a mission that rescues hearts and awakens destinies. Every seed you release becomes divine oil poured upon the message of truth. The Lord declares, "Those who partner with light shall never walk in lack." Your gift is not a donation. It is a decree. As you sow, Kevin multiplies. The same Archangel who guards your path will guard your seed. Give boldly, for this is a prophetic act that aligns you with open heavens. What you release in faith returns as restoration, multiplied and sanctified. Rise now and let your obedience speak louder than words. The flow of divine abundance begins the moment you act.